Welcome once again to Commander by Dana. This week we're finishing up our series of decks led by the legends from the Final Fantasy set. That's right, dear viewer, only one more week of Final Fantasy. Unless a patron wants to sponsor one in the future, of course. I want to finish up this series before the end of the year so that come January, I can focus on Lorwyn. Leading today's Bracket 4 deck is Sabin, Master Monk. Also, and I know it's annoying to keep hearing this, but statistically if I don't ask you to like and subscribe, the video gets fewer subscribers. Sabin, Master Monk is a 5-mana 4/3 legendary human noble monk with Double Strike and Blitz. Blitz is a special way to cast a creature. Basically, it gains haste. When it dies, we draw a card, and we have to sacrifice it at the beginning of the next end step. We may also cast Sabin from our graveyard for his Blitz cost. In other words, commander tax isn't something we have to worry about. Sort of. Now, my thought when I built this deck was to run a bunch of board wipes, then cast Sabin from our graveyard and swing out. We need a way to make that faster. We need to increase damage. But I didn't want to run a bunch of equipment because we just have to re-equip it every turn. And that gets boring. If only we had another way to increase damage. Good thing we're in red. Sabin is the 4th character to join our party, but soon leaves us. Let me explain. Minor spoilers for the first couple hours of Final Fantasy VI. After Locke and Terra make it to Castle Figaro, Terra is allowed to wander around the castle and talk with the maids and soldiers. We learn that King Edgar has a twin brother. Locke and Edgar convince Terra to meet with Baron, the leader of the Resistance. On the way, our path is blocked by a powerful martial artist, Vargas, the son of Duncan. Fortunately, just as Vargas is about to defeat the party, Sabin shows up to save the day. It turns out that Vargas killed his father in a jealous pique. He had convinced himself that Duncan was going to choose Sabin to be his father's successor. With Sabin's help, we defeat Vargas, and he joins us on our journey to defeat Baron. But if you want to know the rest of the story, you'll have to play Final Fantasy VI for yourself. Trust me, you won't regret it. It is still, in my opinion, the best Final Fantasy of all time. But before we get to our deck list, a quick word from our sponsor, Ultimate Guard. I know I'm sponsored, so you may not believe me, but Ultimate Guard katanas are the best sleeves on the planet. They have gorgeous colors like these new Summer Cloud ones, are durable and long-lasting, and an absolute joy to shuffle. Let Ultimate Guard protect your cards with katanas. Pick yours up today at your local game store, or order them online from Amazon. Click the link down below to go to Ultimate Guard's Amazon store. In order to build a functional commander deck, you need lots of different pieces, which is why I try to rely on my handy-dandy checklist. 50 mana sources, usually split between 37 lands and 13 pieces of ramp, 10 pieces of card advantage, 8 to 10 pieces of spot removal, 2 to 3 board wipes, 2 pieces of graveyard hate, and 1 sudden I win card. Oh, one more quick announcement before we get started. I'm streaming on Gaming with Daniel as well as Twitch. Sometimes I'm building commander decks, other times I'm playing Final Fantasy XIV, but you're always welcome to pop in and talk about Commander. Honestly, about half my streams are talking about manga, anime, or Commander. Our land base consists of Ancient Tomb, War Room, Rogue's Passage, Valakut the Molten Pinnacle, Witch's Clinic, Arena of Glory, Scavenger Grounds, and 27 snow-covered mountains. Pretty basic. For mana ramp, we've got Gauntlet of Power, Caged Sun, Extraplanar Lens, Ruby Medallion, the Fire Crystal, Descent into Avernus, Soul Ring, Arcane Signet, Fire Diamond, Mind Stone, Cold Steel Heart, Thrawn Dynamo, Throne of Eldraine, Wayfarer's Bauble, Solemn Simulacrum, Mana Geyser, and Seething Song. I want us to have big, flashy turns, so I wanted a bunch of mana ramp. Our card advantage package consists of Skull Clamp, Jeska's Will, Underworld Breach, The One Ring, Big Score, Unexpected Windfall, Chandra, Torch of Defiance, Thrill of Possibility, Koth, Fire Resistance, Wheel of Misfortune, and Count on Luck. Lots of ways to dig through our deck and keep our hands full. For interaction and spot removal, we've got Blind Fury, Suplex, Abrade, Cleansing Wildfire, Pillage, Chaos Warp, Untimely Malfunction, Bolt Bend, Return the Favor, Tybalt's Trickery, Pyroblast, Red Elemental Blast, Deflecting Swat, and Reverberate. We've also got a pretty mean stacks package in Blood Moon, Blood Sun, Repercussion, and Price of Glory. Wanted to bring some extra pain to my opponents. Our board wipes consist of Blasphemous Act, Delayed Blast Fireball, Chain Reaction, Earthquake, Fault Line, and Magma Quake. Yes, that's a lot. Why do you ask? The core of our deck consists of Furnace of Wrath, Dictate of the Twin Gods, Curse of Bloodletting, Gratuitous Violence, Uncivil Unrest, City on Fire, Fiery Emancipation, Jeska Thrice Reborn, Insult Injury, Bulk Up, Isengard Unleashed, Seize the Day, and Hazaret's Favor. What? I said I wanted to deal as much damage as possible. Now that we have our deck list, let's compare it to our checklist. 51 mana sources, but between 34 lands and 17 pieces of ramp. A little light on lands, but we're a monocolored deck, so we should be fine. 12 pieces of card advantage, counting our commander. 14 pieces of interaction. 6 board wipes. 1 piece of graveyard hate in Scavenger Grounds. 1 sudden I win card in Repercussion. The entire purpose of our deck is to drop a board wipe, bring back our commander, and kill an opponent. If we have 2 of our doubling effects on the battlefield, we can do this in a single turn. And we're running 11 of them. But if our commander is somehow locked out of the game, we can always just drop Repercussion and then a huge board wipe. That should take out our opponents nicely. And with us running so many board wipes, I decided to not bother with the damage doublers that were creatures. Didn't want to blow up our win conditions after all. Now, some of you are going to have questions about the haste effects I've included in the deck. Why have haste when Sabin's Blitz ability gives him haste? There will be times when we need to cast him from the command zone. It's not always, but enough that having a few haste effects is appropriate. Do you have a Sabin Master Monk commander deck? What about a deck similar to this, designed to take out someone in a single massive strike? Leave a comment below. Thanks for tuning in. Once again, a huge shout out to my editor Cutestuff. I couldn't make these videos without her. If you'd like to hire her to edit your own videos, she can be reached at cutestuff.edits@gmail.com. Link is down below. If you're looking for ways to support the channel directly, you can head on over to patreon.com/Dana. You can have a video made or just ask for help building or tuning a deck list. I also wanted to give a quick shout out to all of my patrons: Waffles, Jiraiya, Muffins, Marcus, Brett, Roxy, Alix, Borgie, Conga, Robert Pye, Kazaris, Patrick, Tiz, Art, Richard, Sint, Boomy, Osira, Justin, Golden Walker, Captain Hammer, Sleech, Mr. Salty, Daniel, and Zombie. You guys are awesome. I post new Commander Deck videos every weekday, so be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified of new videos. Again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all again next time on Commander by Dana.